Alright, what's going on, y'all? I just want to give y'all my thoughts on this Sergey Kovalev Bernard Hopkins situation. Okay, Sergey Kovalev is actually fighting tonight, and he's fighting against Blake Caparello. And if he wins this fight, him and Bernard Hopkins has already agreed to fight on November 8th. Okay, so I think this is a good thing. You know, I'm happy. I'm glad Bernard Hopkins is fighting the top fighters. I mean, he's already fought John Pascal. He's fought Shumanev and beat him, and he wants to unify the titles. He said earlier this year that he would like to unify the titles before he reaches the age of 50. So I do love what's going on here at light heavyweight. I don't know what happened with Adonis Stevenson. You know, I know he left HBO. Stevenson came to Showtime, and we know that he wanted the Bernard Hopkins fight. I don't know why that didn't happen. I guess negotiations are not working out right now. But I think eventually they're going to fight each other, okay? But Kovalev is another fight I wanted to see equally just as much. You know, honestly, between the three of them, between Stevenson, Kovalev, and Hopkins, I actually want to see the Stevenson and Kovalev fight more because I'm pretty sure one of these guys are going to get knocked out. All right? But throw B-Hop in the mix. You know, he's still fighting at a high level. And his fight's been really good lately. His last few, ever since the John Pascal fights, his fight's been really, really good. You know, I think the last fight that I didn't care too much for was the Chad Dawson fight. Ever since then, he's been fighting on a high level. The Murat fight, the Shumanev fight, the Pascal's fights, both Pascal fights were really good. So I'm like what I've seen from Bernard Hopkins, a guy that's about to be 50 years old. So as far as the fight itself, or let me say, between the three fighters, between Stevenson, Bernard Hopkins, and Kovalev, I think there's a little bit of a triangle effect here. I think Hopkins has a better chance of beating Kovalev than Stevenson does. Okay, Hopkins is a guy that I don't think Kovalev will be able to knock out. Okay, I think Kovalev will have to find a way to beat him for 12 rounds. I don't know if he could beat him in 12 rounds. Okay, we never seen Kovalev fight 12 rounds before. Okay, and Bernard Hopkins, he fights guys that are, the more aggressive you are, the better he fights because he's a counter puncher. Usually when he fights guys that he's forced to be the aggressor, that's when he's usually having trouble. Okay, he's more comfortable trying to counter punch his opponents. And Kovalev is going to be, Kovalev is a pretty high volume puncher. All right, he has power in both hands. Should be a good fight. Bernard Hopkins is definitely going to be able to counter him. All right, and he's definitely a more skilled boxer between the two. Kovalev has a lot of power. Like I said, it's a triangle effect. Right now I'm gonna watch some more film. But right now, if Kovalev was to fight Bernard Hopkins, I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards Bernard Hopkins for now. But I think Kovalev could beat Adonis Stevenson. But for some reason, I think Adonis Stevenson might could beat Bernard Hopkins. So there's a little triangle effect as far as what I think, all right? So, yeah, I love the fights, man. Whatever fights, whether it's Stevenson, whether it's Kovalev, I just want one of these guys. I'm ready for these three to fight each other. I'm also want to see the Kovalev and John Pascal fight. I would like to see that fight as well. So, I'm happy with whatever works, man. I don't know what's going on with Stevenson's situation because, he should have fought Kovalev while he was on HBO. I thought that fight should have happened before he left. He signed to Al Heyman, and then everything was a wrap after that. He left HBO, came over to Showtime, and he wanted the Hopkins fight, and now he's not getting it. Now Hopkins is fighting another HBO fighter, which is great because this proves that this network, this Cold War, this promoter nonsense that's going on is false. If fighters want to fight each other, the fights will be made. All right. It's up to the fighters, and these fighters have made all these excuses about networks and stuff like that. That's why I want to see Peter Quillen. I want to see Peter Quillen fight Golovkin. I want to see that fight. I'm ready for these middleweights to fight each other for the same reason, but they're making it seem like the networks and the promoters are part of the problem. Now everybody is Bob Arum. Everybody on HBO. There's so many different promoters over there at HBO. So I don't understand why the Showtime fighters can't fight the HBO fighters. But like I said, you know, I'm not gonna go into it too long. I love the fight. I hope, actually now I really hope Kovalev wins the fight tonight against Blake Caparello. Blake is actually a pretty solid fighter, and I don't think he can beat him, but I think he's a solid opponent. I think he's a pretty good fighter, and that's that. So let me know what you guys think about B-Hop and Kovalev fighting. All right, and I'm not gonna do a prediction video now. I'll do a full one because I gotta watch some film. I gotta really decide who I'm going. Right now I'm leaning a little bit, I say 60% Hopkins, 40% Kovalev right now. But I'm gonna watch some film and see what's going on. I'm gonna watch some of Kovalev's older fights and give you a straight decision. But right now I'm leaning a little bit towards B-Hop for that fight. All right. So let me know what you guys think, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace.